course I continued playing.
Of course I continued playing .exe.
Oh, I forgot the .exe.
After a while, I went into one or two non-blind Tophs. Yes, two, it seems. Toph has mastered the art of shadow clone jutsu.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Oh well, I'm not one to complain. This simply means more of the glorious, magnificent Toph to go around.
It's Toph.
In the whiteness above, then 3 or 4, then the screen was full of them.
They just kind of hung there, doing nothing. They wouldn't chase me if I turned my back, as with previous non-blind Toph. Although they had no reason not to chase me, because as they weren't having an orgy with a bunch of Sokka and Zuko clones, they must all be too stoned to care. Haha, that's funny. Or something. Oh. If I made any noise, like fapping, they would just kind of say, do it. You got this stuff. Like I heard the sound of fapping from within the game world.
But couldn't do anything
about it because they couldn't reach out of the screen and eat me. That would be pretty cliche, don't you think? Well, I'm so random.
Then, something made me stop and turn the other way. Now I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the map was designed specifically to troll the player. Not because a giant melon lord was flaunting profusely, but because its gas was inescapable. Yeah. There was literally no way to avoid being killed by it, as you can clearly see above. Well, not really. The author of this parody is too lazy to make an edited picture to go along with it. Oh, boo. That is, unless you're like me, and you have no life. I switched on the code for permanent sexiness.
I let the Melon Lord chase me for a while when I was sexy, just to get a good look at the thing. I stopped and killed it with my sexy touch. Only when I saw a message that hadn't been there when I'd passed before.
I slightly dislike you.
Dun dun dun.
That kind of creeped me out and gave me another heart attack. I'm dead. Just like that. Rendering me catatonic for a few more days. Hey, if you've been doing nothing but playing the same game over and over again, anything could give you a heart attack. But on the other hand, it was kind of interesting, because it meant this was definitely a map that was supposed to exist. Not a glitch, in the slightest, or an evil satanic spirit that coincidentally looks like a character from the normal game or show. There was some sort of plot element here. Something undiscovered.
What? What did it mean? Who hated me? Fire Lord Ozai seemed the obvious answer, because he's such a cunt. Or maybe just the Tophs. When you're in hyper-realistic castles...
Those damn Tophs.
Damn you, Toph. When you're in those hyper-realistic castles that you found by the way of a haunted ship...
You'll find Squidward.
A bloody-looking hate message isn't so unbelievable. Also, the fact that Toph is a massive troll anyway.
I saw it again as I approached Sasuke Aizen.
Sausage, come back to the
Sausage Aizen from Bledge. I was thankful that the non-blind Tophs ended at this point, because the more I watched them wander around, not knowing what to do with their newfound powers, the uneasier I felt, almost empathetic towards them, etc. The thankfulness ended when I turned my back on the Aizen, and this happened. Aizen looked directly at me and said, "Just as I planned." This made me shit myself. Everything in the universe is part of Aizen's plan. Even getting his ass kicked by Ichigo is part of his plan. Was he planning on me playing this game for over a decade since before I was born? Could Eisen actually be the Illuminati?
Dun dun dun! Do 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 do. And yes, of course, I'm going to address that message you saw in the non-existent picture. How'd it get burned? I don't know how. Am I supposed to? Who's asking? I let the Eisen touch me.
The Eisen.
Yeah, I said the Eisen. I let the Eisen touch me. And hey, died like the Melon Lord, of which I had encountered too, despite any attempt to scare the player. I knew that being sexy meant sexy no matter what they threw at me. After a while of running down this strange, open, claustrophobic corridor, with no more eventful happenings, I came to a room with an exit pipe. Taking the pipe downward, I came out the other end and dropped into a room filled with what? You guessed it! Semen.
The semen made sense. This being another seven Avatar Trollpasta or Ava Pasta,
or translated Mati Sensei 666 Makutu Aksai Direct 727 Avatar Trollpasta or Avapasta.
And all like comment, subscribe.
Comment, subscribe. Comment, subscribe.
I was
subscribe.
I was rewarded for my troubles with a question mark block that released a magic mushroom for me. Oh, Luigi, I found this magic mushroom. It's delicious.
Hey, Mayro, is this some good stuff?
Yeah, no, Luigi.
I'm tripping, man.
Yeah. I could have easily done this with a cheat code, but the thought had escaped me as I faced all these old and new and strange and normal sights. The first creatures I encountered in the under-seaman portion of the castle were, oh god, Michi, whatever. Unless you've been living under a rock since forever. You know, no, I don't. I don't know who they are. I guess I am living under a rock, but anyway. So, I'm not even going to bother describing them to you because I don't give a shit.
Well, these Mekatushi lined up in a tight row. Dropped acid poop repeatedly and randomly with no real trigger or any sense of logic. They would just wait or drop whenever they seem to feel like it. It also looked like these Mekatushi had been very successful in Mekatushi.
More hyper-realistic blood. I mean semen.
Semen.
Sorry, force a habit. This was getting pretty unusual for the Avatar. Last Chairbender. Oh man. Franchise. Which hadn't recalled seeing semen. Or one of the main antagonists from Bleach for that matter. Now I've seen it everywhere. And these perpetually smashing, grinding whatever who were raping their victims into pulp forever and forever and forever and forever.
And the hampering effects of the semen. I walked slowly under these things, making sure every single one touched me and died. There were almost 30 million of them in a row. I know because I counted, because as I previously stated, I have no life.
The sight of them mindlessly crushing over and over again just made me hate them with an unsettling intensity of periodic table proportions. What's weird is that the semen cause Aang to slide as if he were on an ice level. Isn't semen supposed to be sticky. You know, I'll stop doing that.
After walking through that gauntlet of depravity, filled with the ultimatum of transcendent despair, burning furiously with the dark, dank animosity.